Alright, I have one more thing I want to figure out before we get started. And that is... Yes, I don't need to actually go there. Smart people have like a stream starting soon thing here, but I do not. I am not smart. There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. Wonderful. We're back with more Paranormasight. I'm not gonna call it Paranormasight again. That would be embarrassing, frankly. It's right there on screen. Left off on a cliffhanger, and technically this was supposed to be a Persona stream, but it's been bugging me that I don't know how this game continues, so I've been really excited to keep playing. And so we're doing that today. And there's a normal starting screen. I got an achievement for playing again after 3 days. I'm wondering if they have one for every interval that you might have waited. But right. So we get to choose a I clearly can't speak tonight. We get to choose a storyline. Last time we played as Shogo Okie, who went on a murder spree that I had very little to do with, even though the storyteller seems to be of the opinion that he only killed one person, when realistically that isn't true, unless we're counting me as killing people for some reason, which I disagree with. I also got scared a bunch of time by the exact same setup for a jump scare, and it works every single time. But now we're on a different timeline where we saved our friend Yoko, I know names, and we got killed in her stead. I am not sure. I was thinking maybe she killed us, but that doesn't seem right. I don't think, because we sent her off in a taxi. I don't think she'd have come back to kill us, so someone else probably got the curse echo instead of us here. But we're gonna have to... There we go. We're gonna have to choose whose story path we want, and in principle these look like they make more sense because they start earlier on in the night. But I just really want to know about this very nice lady who threatened me, and also who seems to have lost her son, so I'm assuming she's gonna try and I can speak, resurrect her son using the right, which means she's going to have to kill some people. And we'll see how that goes. I'm assuming I'm gonna stick with one storyline and play that through to the end, and that might be tonight's stream. Who knows how long this will take. But also, apparently, because this might be similar to the Zero Escape series, we might be doing some time travel shenanigans and jump back and forth depending on different choices we make down the line. Excited to see how that goes, but let's get started here. Not dreams. Haruo Shigima. Oh, that's her, I think. When the son of Haruo Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. Ooh. 1 year later, Haruo has hired a private investigator, we've met that one, to help resolve the unsettled case. Well, if we know that he was murdered, surely it's not unsettled. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Okay. May those who mock fires something perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. Oh yeah, she's awakening her Kaseko. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You've acquired the power of the cursed stone, the haunting clappers. Yes, she didn't get the tree one, she got the haunting clappers. That makes so much more sense because she set us on fire because we had a lighter on us. And the haunting clappers is about a ghost that wants to warn you of fires. You can use it to kill those with fire, or a fire starting device on their person. Press the use curse button to set your target alight. Great. Files updated. Oh yeah, we can get the update on how to play. Why is how to play updated? Oh, probably because we have the... Okay, wait. As the even... Maybe I should finish my sentences. But probably because we got access to the storyboard thingy, but also... Let's find out what changed from the last time we read the myth. The haunting clappers, an enduring superstition. As the evening bell rings in Idiacho near present-day Shumoku Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all the while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again. Clack, clack. The echo answers again, but no matter how hard he searches for the source of this second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. Okay, no, that's the same. Kills by burning one who is in possession of fire or fire-starting device. Red, 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 everything died. Yeah, that's the part I care about. I do want the memory of the curse. Red, 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 everything has died crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot, so, so hot. I must call for help, but I can't speak. My throat must be burnt up from the smoke. No, I think. I'm already on fire. That's right, I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch. Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like my head will... It feels like my head will split open, actually. Ah, right. The evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Clack, clack. Oh. For them. Oh, did it update the curse because I have a different curse this time? No. Best of luck on my journey. Okay. If you return using the suspend code. Okay, wait. It's all the story chart details, and I'm using the story chart button in the menu to... No, use it to quit playing a chapter and return to the story chart. If you quit midway through a chapter that you haven't finished, you'll have to restart again from the beginning. Why would I do that? Completed chapters can be resumed from various points in the chapter. The game will not return to a previous game state when resumed. If you return to the story chart by using the suspend command that appears at a certain point, it is the same as quitting and returning to the story chart. There are 2 phases that must be completed to fully complete a chapter. If a chapter is finished while there are still tasks to be done, the chapter will not dim and will remain lit up. Best of luck on my journey. Wonderful. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, oh, it's gonna be more noroi, yeah, noroi korose, korose? Kikoeru ka. Oh yeah, can you hear it, Kaspera? I love how, like, let me try and read the Japanese. It's subtitled right there, and I am struggling with these kanji. Oh, but that's probably the ones who are striving for the right of resurrection. The curse bearers who are... Yeah, you who so strongly desires the right. That's a nicer way of putting it. Kill them with curses. Curse them to death. But I guess kill them works too. And it's a bit catchier. How do I Shigima? It's 12 a.m. Shigima Mansion reception room. Ooh. Oh, she's got a mansion. Right, she's rich, but... Right, and we're right at it with the suspicious-seeming private investigator. Back with me, ma'am? Did he give me that thing? Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. In a good mood? This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. I guess it is because she knows she's got the right now, or she really likes killing people, one of the two. I mean, smile. Sweet dreams? Is she okay? I mean, I know she's not, but how not okay is she? Oh right, I'm gonna get info on her now. She's a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son Shuichi was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case, a mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large. Oh, that's why she hired a PI. Leading the aggrieved Harue to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line work as police, bureaucrats, and senior police officers. Harue's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigima clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. She, however, is a housewife, because she's a woman. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Harue's marriage grew cold. I read that as old for some reason, though she once Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruo a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haruo spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. To be fair, if it was the police's fault that her son was killed and her husband's in the police force, can you really blame her? A few months ago, Haruo's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Haruo left to live in the large, empty mansion alone. That can't be good for her mental state. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of all the housework, Haruo has nothing but time on her hands. And money, apparently. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Oh, I tried to make him American last time, but I don't think that's a smart idea. Can I think? My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance at long last. That it is. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. I mean, isn't it good for a private investigator to not look like one? The eccentric man that Shogooki ran into at Hornsey Bridge, Richter, is actually a private investigator with an office in Ota City, Tokyo, after taking on a request from Haruo Shigima to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son. He gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. Is that going to be that much more helpful? However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. I mean, too many cases sounds like he should be making a lot of money, right? He'd just be overworking. Why is he in dire financial straits? How he's still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Erio at the police academy. That's the younger one of the two that we saw last time? Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigations. Oh, and tailing his targets. Okay, that I wouldn't expect. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's... I love him. He's great. Apart from the fact where he helped get me murdered last time round, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet. Gotcha. All of those were necessary to make me understand how cute of a pet it is. She is. Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. What? I thought he was gonna solve cases and stuff. Why is he looking for bird stickers? While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office, and more importantly, Ernestine in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. I guess you could do that. Can I see the pet parakeet, please? Yes, files updated. I don't care. Let me see the parakeet. Here's a stereo. There's one of those stickers. I am beyond disappointed. Where is the pet? I was promised a pet. Fine, let's see what else is in the room then. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted, oh, we're at my place, we're not at his office. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Great, we're so good with money in this household. Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Oh no, did her son used to collect them? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. Is it a rare one? I knew it! It's Head Hencho. Amazing. From way back in set number 1, this is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze, cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough they'd won everybody's hearts. I mean, with the naming skills, that was really just a matter of time. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. Do you think one would turn up here of all places? This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh no. This is gonna be a collect all the birds thing. I guess we're gonna do that. Oh, there's so many of them. Approach the net. A bottom shelf surrounded by darkness. Okay. At least I'm getting hints. There's 20 of them. Okay, we've got the stereo, we've got the Hen show. A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with Father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. I mean, if you're a bored housewife home alone, surely you'd at least watch TV. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. Great. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. Yeah. I rarely find a use for it. In Japan, no way. Okay, let's see. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about? Or, well, where to start? Am I actually just... I mean, he helped. He was an accomplice in murder for me last time round, so I guess I'm just telling him that I can curse people to death now. Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting Clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere, told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. Oh. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. Cool. No, my heart is still racing. Is that... Ooh, flower arrangement? An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. Well, that's depressing. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already in my head, as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Burning to death. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. She was grinning ear to ear the entire time. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Don't tell that to the private investigator. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem. Could it now? You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. And that's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief, talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. I'm trying to resurrect my son? Nope. She's not got any new thoughts. The guest table. I don't know where Father got this old thing from, but I've never liked it. Wow. About the investigation. That's why what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shikimo. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. Is it that hard to find a kidnapper? Like, he wanted ransom, right? He would have been in touch. He would have some leads. That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. Right, it's midnight. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. Ooh, I was expecting 0, so that's great. So you said? As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. I remember, you were just about to tell me. No, I refuse. I know everything I need to know about this case. No. Do I have any new thoughts? Nope, my heart is still racing. I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's cause back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood. I even saw him warning the other children. That's very sweet. It's possible that they forced him into the car. He was a child, yeah. The only issue with that is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So did they target him at some other time or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it out? Pull it out? Out from where? Pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. I mean, presumably it was someone he knew, because he wouldn't get in a car with a stranger, and if it's that difficult to kidnap him otherwise, then that leaves he willingly went into someone's car. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must just have gotten lucky. Great work. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? I know it must make sense for other parts of the game, but it's really tedious to have to keep continuing the same thread of reasoning. The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust, yeah. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. Oh, okay, we did follow that up. The police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? Oh, he'd trust police officers if he's from a family that is in the police. That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them. You might be right, but surely that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point, after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. Are you kidding me? But there's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. The kidnapper was a child, I knew it. The child was driving the car. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? For help? Oh, wait, no, but don't get in her car. If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. Was this woman still dressed as a police officer or not? I guess she wasn't. I guess that was just a pointless thread of reasoning. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays, but if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. It couldn't have been more than one kidnapper, that's impossible. She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. What? If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. How would that work? Oh yeah, I just dropped him off with some strangers and then I left him. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? And you're telling me he went around asking people that a year after the case, and he found a lead. See what I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. A year ago. And one man thought he had. Great. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do. There's no one around, we can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? What is that hair? Jonoichi. Got it. Well, Jonoichi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else? What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who's trying to kill you? What? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. I hate it here. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. A schoolgirl? I know we just talked about biases and all that, but still. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Oh, okay. Come again. I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. Oh, okay, that's why he thinks that. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life. So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yes, that's it, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you. Dude, he's a private investigator, he can't arrest people. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrifying? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Ooh, curse you. I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true, her house, it's... Ah, forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me. What a thing to say to someone you're asking for help. But I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. What? You haven't in a year? Hey. Going out on that And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, and there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Kohei Jonuchi. That is a great name. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. Do we have thoughts now? We've gotten quite a lot of info. Our heart is still racing. Great. We're not even done with that branch yet. At last we've got a lead. Hopefully it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. Well, I mean, we don't care about that anymore, right? We're just going to kill people till we can revive the sun. And then surely it doesn't matter whether we can get revenge or not. The rite of resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old books showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I'd just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. It was her son! But, and this is a big but, if this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Someone? It's going to be a bunch of people. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it? Dear oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? He's so nonchalant about this. He should be a bit more chalant, I think. If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. What changed? He was there when I died. I'll pay you. I mean, I am rich. If I was a rich lady, I might offer payment. Then again, I guess he's not going to be stirred by that. He might be going out of business. Who knows? That's a shame. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. I hate stubborn people. I go, damn, I really feel like killing about 5 or 6 people today and having your help when I do it. And they go, no, I think killing is wrong. Real stubborn. Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. I mean, I'll kill them with my own curse. Does that count? What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's... Didn't they call him soft-hearted in his bio? I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. My. About my curse. Existence is my curse. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I've found and then we can make a decision? Alright. Oh, no, but... Is that going to be the same one? Yes, okay, we need to talk about my curse first. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The Haunting Clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. No, hearing that. Okay, my bad. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Yeah. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. No, no! Yes, I know. No. Cool, there we go. Now for dialogue we haven't seen yet. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right? It has to be a lighter, it can't be matches? That's right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. Well, I thought you were against killing people. And say that the condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you were there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now. That is an insane suggestion to make. Hey, funny story, I can control a curse that lets me kill anyone who has a lighter on their person. Also, I have a lighter on me. Would you like to have it for a moment? That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just the curse. You flatterer. I don't think that was a compliment. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Cool. Alright then, have you decided what you want me working on? I mean, the right would be more important, right? You want your son back. It's nice that we could find the killer eventually, but that can wait at that point. We have a name. Bringing my son back is more important. I want you to help me with the rite of resurrection. Roger that, the rite it is. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up, I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. Oh, cool. He's just going to do both regardless. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Are we done? Now then. Okay, we're done. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep lookout. Alright. Keep lookout? Can I just go to sleep, please? It's midnight. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it. And try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that's all, I should be going. Okay, and the dimmed ones are the ones that are all done, so with Shogo we're completely done. A nice thought. Are we just gonna go out and kill somebody now? Summary of previous events. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunting clappers, Haruhi Shigima is determined to use the rite of resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. She instructs her private investigator. Yeah, okay. That is literally the previous events. So how'd she end up in the park in my last timeline then? If we agreed on her staying in the mansion. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. Well, so all I can do is wait and wait. It's kind of like when my son was kidnapped. I'm gonna assume none of these things are gonna have changed since I last checked them. Ooh, newspaper. What's this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair. It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly even read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. In years? Not even like, oh, since I've been so depressed since my son died, just like she doesn't read the newspaper. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Guess we're gonna read the newspaper now. This really is a horror game. It looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it made my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. That's it. I know it's dangerous to go out, but I can't just sit here and let this opportunity pass me by. I have to look for her, for Michio Shiraishi. Why would you assume she would be outside in the middle of the night? But first, I need to find more soul dregs. What? You need to do neither of those things. You need to chill. Economy. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving into the era of large corporations. It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise and exports are healthy. The dollar is down from its height and people are saying it could fall further. There's no denying how much the standard of living has improved in the past few years. It's common to own a car and television now, and supermarkets are better stocked than ever. Exciting. Okay, I'm assuming culture might have something on the curse. Now that everyone has more spending money to go around, people are coming up with all kinds of new diversions. It seems like only yesterday that people were flocking to the arcades to shoot aliens. But now we have these enormous theme parks and gaming machines that plug straight into our televisions. Wow! Everyone's talking about superhero series, foreign films, and movies based on the latest bestseller. Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music was all the rage. But now it's all about city pop and idols. Is this supposed to be in the 80s? Were color TVs a novel thing in the 80s? I find it hard to care about that sort of thing anymore. I'm depressed. Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Universal education policy, they call it. The country's gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities has gotten fierce though. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind me of him. Ah yes, the education. Oh, the only one we're done with is the education articles. I don't really watch much television. It feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. But Father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss. Oh. I mean, people might have come forward if they knew about it. Now the comedy boom is over, all the comedians are flocking to other genres. The occult seems really popular at the moment. Look at all these paranormal specials. Okay. I hear the new big thing is some mascot line of delinquent birds, mockingbirds, I think it's called. So you do know about it. Was that what Richter was talking about? Trends seem to have such short shelf lives now, with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore. Me when there's a new meme out. It's young people who are leading the way, with their modern worldviews. My generation will only fall further behind. That's also depressing, but in a different way this time. Although with everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays most people can only dream of home ownership. The city centre is going to be nothing but apartments before long. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, so this all feels like another world to me. If there's one thing Honjo never wants for, it's horrific crimes. Oh, they found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. Oh, that's what the other two are investigating. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore, not since last year. It brings back bad memories. Wouldn't you have found out if a family member... Oh, okay, someone you knew could be far enough that you might not know. Suicide at a local high school. Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. I thought she didn't read the news. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure? What? But... No, this can't be right. Her name... Michio Shiraishi from Komagata High School? Oh, it can't be. Well, that was worth reading. Michio Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last week? But that means Mr. Jonuchi was terrified of someone who already died? Is that what he meant by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left it off the hook, have I? Let's check. I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. I've made sure the receiver's on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls. Ah, that must be him. Not sure if they were trying to scam me with that. I'm very proud that I didn't fall for it. I love that I can do nothing. No. Hello, Shigima residence. And it's 2 a.m. So the high school girl that committed suicide is the one that the other high school girl that we killed last time around wants to bring back. Which would make you think she's not evil, right? Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komagata Bridge. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. He was thinking he also had to tell Richter something? That's interesting. Standing around is the last thing I want to be doing right now. This is my only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford to fritter it away. We're on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. They're going to tell me about the bridge. One of the bridges spanning Sumida River, completed in 1927 as part of the reconstruction effort following the Great Kanto earthquake. It is notable both for its distinctive blue arches and the cutting-edge, for the time, techniques used in its construction. There are many bridges stretching across the Sumida River, each boasting a unique structural form and design. Now the agency. Wonderful. The Shigima kidnapping. Oh, that's an overview. Okay, we're not going to... Oh! No, that's information we haven't seen yet. Kidnapping and murder case that took place in Honjo Sumida around 1 year ago. Haruo Shigima's son Shuichi... What? Haruo Shigima's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school, with ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to the police and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available. Amazing. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit. Losing the public's confidence, the culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruo reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible, but her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. Please save the child first, and if you can't save the child, then pay the guy. I don't know. Sorry, pay the person. It might have been a woman. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case is long gone cold. Come on. That's horrible. Okay. Surroundings. I'll check. Is there someone behind me? Has happened more often than I'd like to admit. The Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night, when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Well, her son was found dead in it, so yeah. Right, should have guessed. Thanks, Richter. This was where they found him after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been, how cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every single day since then. What? And I prayed to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after day. You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then the Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meideki, and just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially they were a spiritual one too. So, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the seven mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make the spot we're standing now, right over the water, the border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Well, it's a nice thought. Files updated. I've had a nice thought. Okay, no, it's the river. Fine, let's have a nice chat. Oh, we can look at him again. He's gazing down at the water. What does he see down there, I wonder? I'll go first. I have decidedly more exciting news. There's something I need to tell you. What's up? Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi. And the one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping? That's her. Well, she's dead. She's what? The student who committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name, though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Jonoichi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave? It seems like we're back to where... What? It seems like we're back where we started. Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. I see. And also, something tells me he knows more than... No, he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess? He's the kidnapper. I can guess. I can't say for certain, but... Mr. Jonoichi? Oh! Now, I was thinking he was the kidnapper, but fair enough, he could have silenced her. With blackmail. What if Mr. Jonoichi silenced Michio Shiraishi with blackmail? What do you think? I don't know why that was attributed to Richter, because I said it. Exactly my thinking. Jonoichi knew about Miss Shiraishi's connection to the kidnapping, and he used that to blackmail her into doing his bidding. He made her feel so trapped she took her own life to escape. That's my read on it. How despicable. Well, it's just a theory. A murder theory. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Jonoichi. Right now, at 2 a.m. Please, go ahead. Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the Seven Mysteries, looking for curse bearers. And I think I've found a few candidates. Ooh. First, a tall man I ran into in Kinshibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. Okay, that's the guy who works for the soap company. And he might have gotten the curse in the end, but technically he wasn't a curse bearer when I killed him last time. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. And then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on South Warigasui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the curse stones in his hand. Okay, that's the one who killed people with darkness. He had a nervous air about him too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I'd bet. He'd make a good target. Next up is a pair. A young man and woman I saw around the Ryogoku Bridge. This time the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about and he backpedaled and left. Well, he didn't believe it when I said that. Looks like they lurk around there often. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea if you could make it work, but with things being how they are, it's got to be hard to find folks one can trust. You've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police are involved. Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. I think the park was the one that was supposed to be the haunting clappers, though. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up. How do you know where they're from? Let's just say when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Okay, yeah, he was in school with one of them. What an amazing deduction. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye. You found all of them in so little time. I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai, P.I. No, wait. Make that Richter Kai, Investigator Extraordinaire. My, an Investigator Extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself? You bet. An Investigator Extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right? Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. What? It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. I mean, to be fair, yeah, if we want to steal soul dregs, it makes no sense to get them early, before they themselves have collected anything. Didn't you want to tell me something? No, I already did that. I've already said everything I wanted to say. Oh? No, there's no one who suddenly showed up. He's still there. I think? No, that's still the same. Oh, we haven't looked at the river enough. Of course, my bad. Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. It must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. I thought this was going to be a wholesome anecdote from her life. What is this? What? It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? How did she recognize her hand? And that, although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And that they could tell it'd been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wait, are you talking about the Nijima murders? So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. I'm sorry, what? The Nejima murders, a notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. Did she do this? Did we do this? Is it Harue who did the murder? It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's... What? Only the victim's head? That's a pretty important part, I'd say. and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima... Oh no, okay, it's the Nejima murders because a guy called Nejima committed them. A 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. Classic. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. Are you kidding me? As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inwards slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. He was really excited to divulge the details, but then he'd also be really upset that he did it. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Did you guys not ask him? He clearly was up for having discussions of his previous victims. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison, and his first hearing, the sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Yeah. Wow. I was not expecting that when I looked at Sumida River. I also don't see if this is relevant to her son's murder, but I guess both bodies were found in the river, maybe? Is that what we're going with? So can I please... Oh my god. There we go. Is Nejima a person of interest now? Come on. Oh. Self-employed? I don't think he's self-employed anymore. The man who made headlines over 2 decades ago as the perpetrator of the brutal killings known as... Brutal killings, so we're assuming he did all of them. It's the Nejima murders. And to be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to the sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny, everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. I'm sure he doesn't mean corpses, but it sounds like he does. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everybody seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Did she commit murders? They arrested him shortly after. Fumichika Nijima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder about how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. But the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? Wait, is this a Dutch angle? I just noticed that the camera's completely off. That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Why are you telling me this at 2 a.m? Can we go somewhere else? Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. That's an understatement. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nijima murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, didn't she say that at the start of the story? I thought that's what she meant. The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nijima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. No, not the daddy issues too, please. Oh, I guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. That is not all for Sumida River, are you kidding me? Please, don't tell me about another murder case. The Sumida River, I have nothing but awful memories of it. There we go, okay. Any new thoughts? Standing around here's the last. Yeah, me too, I wish we could make some progress. Is something wrong? Not really, it just struck me it's been 20 years since the Nijima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Surely not if you've methodically cut up your first victim. Only if they're found to show to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I heard they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh, really? I keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. Ah, is that morally right? They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so they won't be recognized in the workplace. My, the way you put it, it's like you're saying Fumichika Nijima could be out on parole right now. Back in society under a new name with nobody any the wiser. It's possible. As it happens, my little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Nijima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. What was it? I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nijima. No! Oh? He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remembered, too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all. Wait, so you can reintegrate people into society. That's a lovely and noble goal, and I don't want to say anything against that. Maybe don't make the guy who brutally dismembered a high school girl 20 years ago, a janitor at a high school. Like, give him any other job. Literally any other job would have been a better fit. Why? That can't be right. Oh, he seems so sorry about him. Let's have him meet some new high school girls. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Murder, I hope. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. I can suspend anything and everything except for my disbelief about them putting that guy as a janitor. Okay, you cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation is changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Let's go. So I was wrong about the whole let's finish one story in one go. We're just going to be hopping between them. I am very curious to see if the janitor is actually a serial killer, so let's go with the high school girl. Yako Sakazaki searches for the rite of resurrection, hoping to revive her friend who jumped to her death. Also, that's going to be really interesting because that's the girl who might have been involved in the kidnapping. To get the information she needs, she meets with her classmate Mio Kurosuzu in their classroom at midnight to attempt using a spirit board. Fun. Surely nothing scary is going to happen here. That should be everything. Okay, let's start. Ready for this, Yako? What happens if I need a second? Sorry, give me a second. It's okay, it's normal to be nervous your first time. There's nothing to be scared of, I promise. Thanks, I'm ready. Oh, I can't look around even if I do that. We're a high school student, whoa. Persons. Yes. Please be a short bio, she can't have done much, she's a high school student. Yako is a student in class 2C at Komagata High School, unable to comprehend why her childhood friend and classmate Michiyo Shiraishi committed suicide. She attempted to investigate the incident herself. However, she was unable to make any progress and, feeling desperate, invited transfer student Mio Kurosuzu to join her in performing a spirit board ritual. Born and raised in Honjo, Sumida City, Yako's family has owned and operated the beloved candy shop Sennoya since its establishment in the early Showa era. Despite her modest appearance, Yako is a cheerful and vivacious young woman with a sense of duty and compassion so strong that she is easily moved to tears. She is also a bit quick-tempered and quarrelsome, always prepared to stand up against those who harm her family or friends. It is possible, however, that this readiness to fight is more driven by an innate love of chaos. Yako's winning streak against arrogant boys in Scrap. Yako's winning streak. I can't read. The one thing I need to do in this game and I can't do it. Yako's winning streak against arrogant boys and scraps since she was a child remains unbroken and is the source of considerable stress for her mother. I thought it was going to be like pride for her, but no. Alright, let's start. Ooh, this is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put a finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Does that count? Oh no, it wasn't my pointer. She's gonna do it herself. Like this. Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. Scepter of the Spirit Board, Spectre of the Spirit Board, or Spirit of the Spectre Board. I kind of want to mess it up on purpose. Surely nothing bad is going to happen. Scepter is the funnier option. Oh, I don't. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, Spectre of the Spirit Board, or Spectre of the Spirit Horde. Please come this way, please come on over, please come to me, please visit us, please come on over. Scepter of the Spirit Board, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please come on over. She looks very unhappy with me. You're a little off. Huh? Just relax, I'll say it again. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. Fine. Spectre of the Spirit Board. She only said it once though. Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Spectre of the Spirit Board, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Good. Please tell us if you are there. Oh. Oh, that wasn't me. Whoa, it really moved. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right, questions. Start with a question you know the answer to and see the response. Then, when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know. Should we say that in front of the spirit, who will now know our plan? Okay, I'll start with something simple. Is it really you? It's very simple. What is this place? What is this girl's name? What is my name? Let's go with what is my name. I think it should know the answer to this. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what is my name? Huh? What's the matter? How strange. No! That's not my name. Huh? It told me no? Ah, I bet it means it doesn't know. It may be the Spectre of the Spirit Board, but it doesn't know everything. Is this spirit really the real deal? Yes. It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. I can try for my name again. I'll ask it again. What is my name? No. It didn't even hesitate this time. Okay. Let's try with what is this place? Surely it knows we're in a high school. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, where are we? H-I-G-H. Yes. Yeah. It does know we're in a high school, so that's something. Are the colours changing? Am I just losing my mind? High school. High school, that's right. The answers don't seem to be very precise. What is this girl's name? Fine. What is the name of the girl across from me? I thought we were going to ask for the dead person's name. Oh! Mio. Why does it know her name? Mio, that's right. That's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. Oh! That's an interesting way of spelling Mio. And now we know who she is. Mio transferred to Class 2C at Komagata High School about 2 months ago. Although she's an extremely mild-mannered young woman, she exudes a somewhat off-putting dark aura, which makes it difficult for her to form friendships. Mio has, however, found a friend in her classmate Yako Sakazaki and has begun opening up to her little by little. The truth of the matter is that Mio is the apprentice of a famous psychic possessing exceptional spirit sense. She takes on the troublesome task of surreptitiously handling spiritual disturbances that break out in schools across Tokyo before they become a problem. She transfers schools frequently as a result and thus has trouble making human friends. Is she friends with the spirits? Mio has already solved an incident at Komagata High School involving a female student possessed by a spirit. Although she takes effort to hide her spirit sense, many develop an impression that Mio has a deep knowledge of the occult and that the paranormal upon first meeting her, leading her to be anxious that her secrets have been exposed. The most common comment she receives is that she seems to get along well with crows and black cats. That is such a cool thing to have said about you. I bet. Even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. Okay, is it really you? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? No? Huh? It said no? Is it lying? Not quite. Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Oh, really? Huh, feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Yes, they mind. We need to call them something else. Yes, okay. Thanks. Always good to remember to say please and thank you. It's gonna be a file on the Spirit of the Spectre Board. Sorry, no, the Spectre of the Spirit Board. I messed it up. Oh no, okay. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. Yeah. Who does Mio have a crush on? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what is the name of the boy Mio has a crush on? Hey, you're going to ask that kind of question? Doesn't everyone ask this kind of stuff with spirit boards? Besides, I'm curious. No, let's not do this. No. Aw. Huh, it said no. Guess that must mean you don't have a crush on anyone. Whew. Yeah, that's it. No is correct. Let's move on. Does she have a crush on me? Or rather, Yakko. That's why it's not a boy. Oh, maybe. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you mean the boy isn't in our class? Yes. How could the Spectre do her like that? Hey, stop that. Don't make me exercise you. If that's the case, then... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Is it a teacher at our school? Please no. No. Okay, good. Is it a ghost? Is she into a ghost? Aw, no good, huh? Yakko, cut it out already. We made the effort to sneak in at night. We shouldn't waste time with these questions. You've got a point. Michio's cause of death. Okay, here I go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? Oh? No. So it really wasn't... I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now's the important part. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna learn about Michio. No Kaseko, because she's died before we could ever get involved with that. Michio was a second-year student at Komagata High School. She was fantasized 1 week ago in a back alley off South Warigesui Street, her entire body broken and severely contorted. Police determined that Michio committed suicide by jumping from a nearby apartment building. As there was no suicide note, the police based their conclusions on the interviews. On interviews with Michio's peers? Did they go up to them and ask them if she seemed like she might commit suicide, and then when enough people were like, yeah, maybe, they were like, yeah, case closed, easy. Michio was an honest student with a good head on her shoulders and consistently excellent grades, making her a favorite among the teachers. Although she appeared somewhat reserved, she had a positive outlook on life and a courageous spirit. Michio and Yakko formed a long-lasting friendship during childhood, with Yakko's unbending, uncompromising attitude deeply influencing Michio. However, beneath her strong exterior, Michio had been pushing herself too hard and keeping her emotions bottled up to the point that they risked overflowing. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving to a new house, Michio began avoiding Yakko. Although the two remained in the same area of town and attended the same high school, they gradually grew further apart. Yakko herself worried for her childhood friend, but, incapable of wading into complexities of Michio's home life, kept her distance. The days passed, and though Michio longed to confess everything to Yakko, the moment to do so never came. Michio carried an old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Okay. Michio's cause of death, again, a Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? Yes? Oh! So it wasn't murder. It said yes. So it was an accident and not a suicide. Michio. Then, did she slip and fall from that apartment building? No. Yeah, that would have been really weird. Accidental killing? Huh? She didn't? Oh, what do you mean? Michio didn't die falling from the apartment building? What? Yes? No way. Did she fall down some stairs and then... Not the stairs again. And then someone just put her next to an apartment building to make it look like a suicide? If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident, but not a fall? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? If it says accident, I swear to God. Seems like it doesn't know the details. Where's the Rite of Resurrection? Great. And then how about... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. We want to use that Rite of Resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the Rite of Resurrection is? I wonder... I thought Mio was going to be like, no, don't do that. Oh? Huh? First jump scare of the night. It was okay. What is this? Stop, I'm scared, Mio. Calm down. You can't let go before it's over. Stop, you can hear me. Procession, please stop. It hurts. Did someone get run over by that weird procession thing? Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. The fool's procession. Those who hear it shall fall into the depths of hell. Kill them. Those who hear this sound, kill them all. You've acquired the power of the cursed stone, the fool's procession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the curse echo for more than 30 seconds. That's so long. The effect will be negated if you are seen in that time. Press the use curse button to produce the sound. Wait, that means she has to continually hide. It's gonna be emitted from where she is, and she needs to hide from someone for 30 seconds to kill them. That sounds miserable and really stressful. Why'd she get the worst curse? The fool's procession, okay. Resentful memory. Omio stood atop the tall festival tower. It was her time to shine, and she was ecstatic. It had been years since she joined the troupe, but she had yet to enjoy her day in the spotlight. She wasn't particularly pretty, nor was she all that talented. As a gossip and loudmouth, she wasn't well liked by her peers. Some of the other girls thought of her as a teacher's pet and bullied her. Is this related to... Was it Michio? Was Michio the friend who committed? Well, who died? I don't care about them, she thought. I'll use this chance to make something of myself. Everything was perfect. She wore a beautiful kimono and an akame mask over her face. The stage was set. The accompaniment began. She danced with everything she had. Applause rained down upon her from the crowd. Her breathing hastened with excitement. I've got to catch my breath. That's strange. I can't take my mask off. The smell of glue assaulted her nostrils. So that's how it is. I knew it was too good to be true. Her screams were drowned out by the music as she squirmed and struggled. Omio is giving it her all today. We have to keep up. The crowd livened up even more. No, please, someone help me! She fell from the tower, writhing in pain as she begged those around her for help. The music stopped in time with Omio's heart. Oh dear. None of these I mean, you'd think so. None of the curse stories sound very nice. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now kill, yes. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right, kill them. Oh no. Specification this time. Yikes. Let's see. 2 things to remember. 1 week ago? Now I wanted to know how the curse echo is doing. Oh, I guess this is before the death. I keep saying suicide. It was an accident apparently. Was this right after? Oh. 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 Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. What, really? Who? I heard that Michio from Class C. I heard that. Michio from Class C, right? No way. Michio? she'd been acting pretty strangely lately, but I still can't believe it. I love the peaceful, happy music in the background with that. You hear about suicides on the news, but for it to happen here, it's a little scary. By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred into Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. Did you know that the school she was at before she transferred also had a suicide? What? For real? That seems like kind of fishy. Oh. Oh wow. Who else am I? Oh, okay. Did you know I heard Michio's mom remarried last year? They say her new stepdad is a total jerk. Really? How so? Like, he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her. Oh no. I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists him, he gets violent. That's so scary. No way. I couldn't take that. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with someone like that at home. Well, I hope that's not true. And I hope it's not the janitor guy. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah, she seemed like the stereotypical honors student in her first year, but she stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after her third semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. Just thinking about practice test makes me want to die too. All anyone gets. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's unfair. Why did she get to kill herself? Oh no, it's that guy. There might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors, got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Hey you, stop celebrating, show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly, if anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. It's interesting that they gave them... I mean, I guess it's probably a good thing that they gave them off from school. Yako? Sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being nosy. Thanks, Mio. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? About the spectre of the spirit board. You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want? Ah, yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff. You know, you've got that kind of gloomy look. Don't tell her that to her face. Oh, I don't know how I should feel about that. But you do know how to do it, right? Well, yes, I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Okay. Hey, Mio? You know about the rite of resurrection, right? Yeah, it's that thing Mr. Araishi apparently discovered and wrote an article about. I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But, on the off chance that it really works, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find it if there's even the slightest chance of bringing Michio back. But how will you look for it? Right, that's the thing. Michio, I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michio was so happy and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. She loved coming to school instead of being at home with her abusive stepdad. Wow, she must have had a great life. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I've heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad and that her grades went down. But to say things like, how sad, no wonder she killed herself. How dare they? She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. And that is definitely a 100% reliable sign that she could never have committed suicide. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she'd kill herself over it. Uh-huh. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad. People have been talking about that body found in former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yes, there has been a strange feeling around things recently. The thing you want to ask is yeah, I want to know about the truth behind Michio's death. And where the rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be as easy as you hope. Please, the teachers and police aren't any help, and there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... well... okay. If that would make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes, thank you, Mio. Okay, then tomorrow after dark. Okay, and now we're back to the present where we're currently experiencing a curse. No, not the files. Cause of death, body discovered 1 week ago, died from full body blunt force trauma in an alley off South Wadigeso Street, believed to have fallen from the roof of a nearby apartment complex. Potential motives, the deceased's parents had recently remarried, and rumours among the students suggest physical abuse by her stepfather may constitute motive for suicide. Cool. Huh? Are you awake, Yako? Yeah, what happened? Hey, Oculus. You can't remember? Let's see. We used the spirit board and... how's the spooky gaming going? It's not that spooky tonight. I've not been too jump scared yet, but we're getting a lot of info. And also there was a very, very true crimey feeling conversation where I was standing around with a detective, looked at the river and went, oh, that reminds me of the time I found my classmate's hand, but only the hand. And then that led to the discovery of a serial killer who dismembered high school girls. That's why I don't like this river, which was a very interesting thing to experience. And now everyone's getting cursed, so that's fun. Also, I think this is the route with all the jump scares, because her curse requires me to hide from the target for 30 seconds while I make sounds. Happens to all of us. Finding the hand of your classmate or getting cursed. I suddenly heard something, like this weird voice, and then I passed out. Yeah, both. Oh no. Sad to hear you're going through that. I haven't been cursed yet or found hands. It might not be as common as you think. Please find help. Yes, as far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I mean, I can use a curse now, that's pretty cool. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was. Just give it time. Is that a threat? Huh. Was everything okay with the spirit? Yup, it was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? In my hand? Ah. Whoa, what the heck is this? It looks so freaky. When did I get this? Curse stone acquired, yay! Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks a little like tools that were used for ancient curses. What? That's so scary. Yucko, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you can recall. I think it might be connected to that object. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place, then this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them!" I see, thank you. Yako, I think you may have exactly what you need in order for us to use the Rite of Resurrection. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. What? You mean this is a real curse? I know I said I wanted to use the Rite of Resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Yucko, please calm down and listen. I can't say calm. No, we're gonna calm down. Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured, and so the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh. I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Well, I suppose to an extent. Hey Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? How do I start killing people? Am I cursed? Am I going to die? It's okay, I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? Trust me. I'll take care of things, it will be alright. Thanks. I was the one who dragged you along to do the spirit board. It's fine, you're desperate to find a way to try and help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous, you have to take them seriously. So I'm glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward. Okay. Will I get to actually look at my surroundings for now? No, I can't. Back to the curse. What is this curse? Am I cursed? Well, I've only looked into it a little, but I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power to use a curse. Do you mean this curse stone? Yes, if the curse stone is used under certain conditions, a curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning it into soul dregs. Soul dregs are said to be required to enact the Rite of Resurrection. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. So someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seemed to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows. The Feast of Shadows? Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain curse echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometer radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse stones. Someone did this. But who? I don't know enough to say, but it's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the Rite of Resurrection. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see. Oh. Oh no, that's the Feast of Shadows. Boosts spiritual energy, depends on the abilities of the user. Okay. A curse stone's power can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects can also only appear after the sun has set. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So the curses can't be used outside this area or during the day? Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my curse echo needs someone to listen to the sound it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the curse echo or make the sound? Do I just, like, will it? Do you mind if I try? Why is everyone telling people that they just acquired a curse and then going, is it okay if I try it on you? No, it's not okay. Stop. You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry you got wrapped up in this situation, even though I'm here with you. That curse stone, I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It would probably be best for me to hold on to it, but then I'd feel bad about forcing it on you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it. Really? Why? If we tried separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. No way. That curse stone might look like nothing more than an old Netsuke carving, but I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas picked it up, it could be bad. I think it would be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold on to it for now. Well, now I'm kind of freaked out. Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then. Okay. So, there are 2 things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the condition while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse. It's so easy and none of the other characters have managed so far. Right. The mysterious voice said the cursed stone is called the Fool's Procession, right? Yeah, that's from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story with the same name, one of the mysteries. Right, I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection. If this is a curse of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who received curses associated with other mysteries. Yeah, that voice also said there are other curse bearers, or whatever you called them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul dregs by killing a curse bearer. Right, that's certainly not good. Even if we have no intention of killing others with the curse, there's a chance you might be targeted if other curse bearers find us. Ooh. We'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. Right, because she got killed immediately when she encountered good old Shogo. But Mio, yes? If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michio if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too. Yes, I think that's true. But you can't do that, Yakko. But it feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. It is always the right time to worry about murder, please don't. If Michio died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. Is the implication that if she'd really committed suicide, Yakko would respect that and not try and bring her back? I'm not sure what to think about that. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? Stop talking about murder. I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yakko. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse echo's grudge is rubbing off on you? Will you show me it for a second? Am I gonna kill her? Is there something inside it? No, stop! Yako? Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like... I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand, I'm sorry. But you need to give up on the right of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michio could... I think for tonight we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. Okay. But we're gonna keep talking about it. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the right. It's beyond us. Even a single curse stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please focus on worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? Oh no! The other lady saw the janitor at the gates. Oh no. I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either. What? Huh? What? Why'd the lights go out? Mio, are you okay? Why is the spirit board on yes? Oh no. Oh no. Please don't make me do this. Hello? Mio? She's not here? What's happening? Fuck this. Where are you? Where is she? Can I not interact with anything? Am I just gonna have to look around till it... Okay, that's just the wall. The wall's supposed to look like that. This was a terrible idea. Why am I playing this game? Okay, this is just black. I don't think... Hi! Hello! Okay. Well, the scream part didn't scare me. So that's good. Huh? Oh no, oh no, oh no, what was that? Get me out of here, Mio! Mio, where are you? Yako, I'm here. Over here, can you see me? No. Obviously not. Huh? Where? I can't see anything. Is that a trick? Is she actually over there? Are they gonna make me look at Spooky Mask again? There she is. There you are, Mio. This way, over here. Be careful, your field of vision is being limited. Yeah, I can tell. Right. Oh. Okay. This is going really well. Escape from the school. Mio tries to persuade her to give up. And now we're hurrying out the classroom. I don't know why I keep reading the summaries of the scene I literally just played. Hey, Mio, what was that just now? Could it be another curse echo different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Oh. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there in that classroom. What? I don't like that my field of vision is being limited. I thought it might be the guy who has the curse that makes things look dark and then he kill you. I'm slightly rattled. Then he can kill you once you're surrounded by darkness, but if that was the case, then I would have died. Or maybe there's a time limit on it, actually, because last time I had a lighter and I was fine and he didn't immediately trigger the curse. Something moved inside. Well... I want neither of these Really, let's check it out stealthily. It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. That's true. Okay, be careful. Well, can you see anything? Is there someone behind that curtain? No, that's just a map, right? I'm making things up, right? Try to get a look around. If my field of vision is being limited, why is Mio not checking it out? Why am I checking things out? Is there someone here? No. Okay, good. Also, stealthily sneaking a peek shouldn't have involved actually entering the classroom, in my opinion. Oh! It's the creepy teacher and someone else. Oh. Huh? Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Jonuichi? And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A? Oh, we were being sneaky, I guess. What? Oh my, what's going on here? Ah, that bastard. He's at it again. She knows? I have to kill him. I can't. I have to make the sound to do that. Hey. Die, Mr. Jonuichi. This is kind of awkward because the... What is this sound? No, Yako, stop. You'll kill Hitomi too. I have to do something. Ha! Is she gonna knock me out? Oh, no, if I get discovered, it doesn't work. Hmm? Hey, over there. Who's there? Huh. Was I seen? It didn't work. Run, hurry. Okay, fine. We're not murdering anyone yet. The teacher seems like he kind of deserves it, to be fair. He was seen alone with Hitomi Okuda in a classroom late at night. Kohei was a top student. His high school days, apple of his parents' eyes. Immense pressure to attend first-rate university. Pressure caused him to sink into a deep depression and fail his entrance exam. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Kohei never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talents. He considers his students to be beneath him. That's always a great trait to have in a teacher. And largely looks down on them all. Hitomi is a rebellious student. She does show up to school. She skips all her classes and hangs out on the rooftop with her fellow troublemakers. She's regarded by the teachers as one of the worst offenders among the delinquent students attending Komagata High. She was a fairly ordinary student when she started. Trouble at home in her first year had her take a turn for the worst. She began associating with a group of delinquents from other schools with whom she'd wander around town at night to avoid returning home. Warnings from teachers about dress code and conduct violations have fallen on deaf ears, with Hitomi going on reactionary rampages around school with her friends breaking windows and disrupting classes. She's my hero. Recently, some teachers have taken to using harsher measures and even corporal punishment to correct Hitomi's behavior. Well, that's not going to make her behave, I don't think. But this has only served to exacerbate the animosity between Hitomi and the school. Hitomi is widely regarded as the leader of the troublemakers, but the title does not mean much to her. Okay. It seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry, thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wonder what's gotten into me. I can barely even remember what happened. Oh no, was it me? Am I the curse? I'm really sorry. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know Hitomi from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. But could... Why? No, let me read the silly lines in peace. Why would you do me like this? This is horrible. But could Mr. Jonuichi or Hitomi really be a curse bearer? Are we gonna get killed? I don't know, but we should be careful. We should be careful just in case. Yuckle. Hmm? When I give the signal, run. Oh, she's noticed. Run. Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back, no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. I'm not there in 10 minutes. Go straight home, okay? Okay, go. Right. I am really worried about Mio. Don't look back. Don't look back. What's that? I have to get outside. Let's see, to get to the gates, I go by the gym and... Are you making me... I'm not allowed to... Hmm? What are you doing, miss? It's Serial Killer Man! Why is Serial Killer Man real? Wait, does he look like the guy? Where is he? Nizuma, there he is. I mean... The eyes kinda... check out, right? Could be that guy, but aged and lost some weight. You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't little Yakko. Anyway, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night. I don't. Does he have a mysterious past? Makoto is the janitor at Komagata High School. His predecessor was nearing retirement, so he began working as his replacement about 6 months ago. Makoto is popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature, going so far as to remember the names and faces of all those attending the school. He's affectionately known as Old Man Ashimiya. Although he appears to be a simple, amiable man, Makoto's occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Whatever the truth may be, he will be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Komagata High School for some time to come. They can't really have taken a serial killer who murdered high school girls and put him in charge of... No, I refuse. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this. I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot something back in the classroom. No sass today, huh? Realized you were in the wrong, did ya? Yes. Forgot something in your classroom, huh? You're a piece of work. But you don't have nothing with ya. Oh, wait. Wait, you do? What's that in your hand? No. Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. You know, my curse echo. Really embarrassing to leave that at school. I got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on ya. No, wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... You know what, I think telling on her is probably the safer bet. I'm worried about Mio. Actually, a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. That's so. Who's your friend? My classmate, Mio Kurosuzu. Ah, that transfer student? Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. He's not gonna be right back. I just sent him to die to a curse for some reason. 2 a.m. And I don't know what time it was when I left. We're at the entrance. And I mean, the housewife did see the janitor at the gates, so that's probably good. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Did the janitor also not come back out? I'm starting to get worried. I'm going to take a look. We're not going to take a look. I would rather not take a look. Please, please let us not take a look. Please, let's just go home. It's too late. I'm sorry, Mio. Mio, are you there? Why? Why would you do that? I can point her, but I can do nothing else. Huh? Oh no, they're gonna make me look at it. Can I just walk away? No. Oh, I think I saw her head. Oh god. What a lovely wall. That might be a sign that's relevant sometime. Oh god, there's blood splatter all the way up. But that wasn't the janitor, right? Oh, it's gone? No. Oh, it was that far. I was like, oh, never mind. This is safe. I was hallucinating. Ah, she's right here. Well, Mio, what happened? Why did I go wrong this time? It's my fault. It's all my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. I do not like that sound. Mio. I'm sorry, The truth is... Did I die? Did I also die? Are you joking? Deceased. Okay. My bad. One-sided yakko. Oh, that is not nice. Oh, it's the curse with the stalker who killed the lady and, well, he did kill the lady. He cut off her arms and legs on one side, and that's what the curse does. I just don't know what triggers it. Do you have to sneakily follow someone around? Because no, wait, but it's the grudge of the lady who got killed. She wouldn't want to stalk people, right? My son, you seem to have arrived at a less than favourable result. But this was bound to happen. Rude. There's someone who must not be trusted. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? If so, you may choose to withhold important information from that person. Fear not, you may try as many times as you like from the event in question. The janitor has a curse. No, that can't be. He was so far away. Very well. But you don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait, you do. What's that in your hand? I thought I was going to keep that piece of information from... I guess I'm just not going to tell him that Mio is inside? But why would he not kill me then? Well, this is what I forgot. I got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. No, wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. All right, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Oh, right. Mr. Jonucci was actually looking for you inside the main building. Was that? He's here right now? What's he thinking? I don't know. He was in Class 3B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, you said. I'll go take a peek. Be back in a jiff. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own, really. That's so. Ah, the snack shop, right? Suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire. Okay, you worry too much. Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students. What's up with his face? Though I imagine you'd know that better than anyone. Yes, you're right. We wouldn't want to be losing any more students. You know, like your friend's tragic passing? I guess you would know about that. Oh, okay, and that's why we're hiding. That makes sense. Mio's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Huh? Is someone coming down the road? Is it the teacher? No, who is that? Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi. Do I know who that is? Part-time teacher, Hideki Araishi. Wasn't there someone else who was called Araishi? No! It's the guy who found out about the Rite of Resurrection, right? Yes, his recent publication on the Rite of Resurrection. Hideki is the quintessential obsessive researcher. Despite being entirely unsuited for teaching, he had no choice but to take up a position at Komagata High School in order to make ends meet, at least teach university students. Come on. While having a captive audience in his classes goes some way to satisfying his need for respect and recognition, his conceited nature makes him unpopular among the students. Lately, he's concerned that articles he contributed for purely monetary reasons have earned him a reputation as a researcher of the occult, but the surge of interest in the topic and the resulting volume of article requests he's receiving are undeniably tempting. He doesn't even like any of that stuff. Oh, right. I mean, I guess if he's into general history, he wouldn't be all that excited about being, like, that one occult guy. Hideki is a regular at the Kurokikyo Cafe on Hokusai Street, where he can be found outside his work hours writing essays and manuscripts. His published books include A Study of the Unknown and An Introduction to Bundle History. Great. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. That thing in Mr. Adaishi's hand. It can't be. Whoa. Could that be a curse stone? What does that look like? Looks like a cabin that's on fire, maybe? Oh, this is bad. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't think anything good can come from him seeing me. Wait, he's the one who discovered the Rite of Resurrection. It wouldn't be strange at all for him to have something to do with the curses. Then, could the curse echo from before have belonged to him? Shoot, did he notice me? I do not like that he's smiling at me. Oh, hello, Yako. What are you doing here? Oh, that was fast. Did you not hear me? What are you doing here? I'm waiting for someone. In the middle of the night. I'm disappointed in you. Mad children who get in trouble at night need to be punished. Can I curse him? But I'm already discovered, so there's no... This curse is so useless. What are you doing here? It's a special night tonight. Did you know that? A special night? Oh, because of the Feast of Shadows. Why would you admit to knowing about that? Oh. Well, you know a lot. Did you hear about it from someone? No, it's just a rumor that's been going around. No, there's no such rumor. It must be that transfer student. She has it, you know. You must as well. Take out what's in your pocket and show it to me. But, it's... stop it. I knew it. I see. You have one. It's not... That Netsuke is of great historical importance to the area. But it's dangerous to speak here. Why don't you come with me? This is important. Do not go with the teacher. Do I get a choice? I don't think I get a choice. That hurts. Stop. You're hurting me, Mr. Araishi. Stop pulling me. He did say to yell fire. Fire! There's a huge fire! Stop that. Someone will come. Damn it. Get over here. It was a good idea. It is proven to be more effective than just yelling for help. Where am I? It's completely dark. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Araishi? What? My stomach! It hurts! I'm bleeding? We're not gonna do the screams, but there are screams. Where did I go wrong? They didn't give me a choice with the guy. I don't think. Ever-burning Yakko. It was a building that was on fire then. My mice and you seem to have arrived at a less than favourable result. I sure do seem to have arrived. However, this was bound to happen. Can you stop roasting me like this? And I guess, can we stop roasting Yakko? It would be difficult for Yakko to escape from Araishi while he's in possession of a curse stone. Please come here again if things should change. Oh! In the meantime, this shall remain as incomplete until we meet again. I see. So she can die, but we can... Oh? I mean, I thought this meant that Harue was going to take his curse stone and then this would be safe. But maybe it's just... What's the difference between restart and resume? Where am I resuming from? Oh, okay. I would like to ignore the teacher this time around, and maybe we won't get cursed. Right? They're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. What came over you? Oh no, wait, that's still wrong. We want to go back to the chart. Any incomplete chapters must be restarted from the beginning. Sure. Resume. I guess we're going to have to start from the beginning, though. I thought after leaving the classroom would be the classroom with us in it, not the two of them. Hey Mio, what was that just now? Could it be another curse echo? I think so. We may have been discovered. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there in that classroom. Okay, we're not gonna go through all of that. Well, we are gonna go through it, but I'm not gonna read all of it out again. We're gonna ignore it and proceed. We don't need to check it out, right? Let's hurry and get out of here. Maybe. The person who used that curse echo may be in there. If we could just see who it is, it could help us later. Right, okay, just a glimpse. Be careful. Okay, there's no difference in what we tried to do there. Yes, we're gonna leave. Trying to remember what this was stuck on. Because it was just stuck, but I can't imagine that anything that happened at school is going to change here. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Okay, yeah. He's just gonna be busy thinking for a while. So that leaves us with the detectives. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate Junerio, who was in police school at the same time as Richter Kai. For what it's worth. Hey boss, forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised, lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. Somehow I doubt it'd be that simple. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days. He's right. Supposedly, you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're going to solve the case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We've got to be open-minded. What if that's how police work is going to be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Irio. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Bias is weak in our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye, aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere. You know, he seems awfully excited about this investigation, given that it's apparently about a close friend of his. Soak up the atmosphere. The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here, cripes. Fine, let's get this over with. Aye, aye, boss. Oh, right, I'm the cop. I'm the more important cop, rather. I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. Cool. Surroundings. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. True. No one's behind me. Ooh, pond. Oh, this is where I died that one time. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River, but the river became so polluted that they cut it off. And it used to kind of ebb and flow, which was really cool. Jun Erio, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department 1st Investigative Division. His rank is sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. Wow. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. What? That's a good thing? Okay, about the case. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that it was a murder. I mean, he's clutching his chest. He might have also just... No, he looks a bit young for a heart attack, doesn't he? The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened. He's a great police officer. What was it? Sergeant? He's doing a great job. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. But, boss? Yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but... It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you've picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Don't worry, I'm here to talk you through it. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. Okay. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was senior police officer. You knew him well, didn't ya? What was he like? Ooh, he was swole. That is what he was like. Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was he took on so much he had the most unfinished paperwork to do. I always felt we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Okay, let's see if we have any more details on his life. Police officer, that would make sense. Juvenile and education cases, yep. Head patrol officer. Same as Edio, found dead under mysterious circumstances. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth. His appearance and demeanor suggested a man who was rough around the edges. He was passionate, loyal, and caring. Looked up to as a big brother by his peers. Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career. And had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiancée whom he... Wait. Didn't I say he was single? Are we saying single as in unmarried? He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. Oh. Let's just quickly double check that. 27 years old, single? I mean, he wasn't single. Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy long ago. There was one even weirder than you. We're gonna talk about Richter. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward, said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. I mean, it is a sure thing you'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me the most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Idio, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. You can't wait for your own death. Get it together, kid. She really are something. Thank you. Okay, anything else? What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school. Over 10 years, they'd just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancée might be his only confidant. Might have been. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Well, that's a shame. I would have liked to do that tonight. Hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. Uh-huh. The first was the suicide of a high school girl, ooh, they're all connected, who jumped off a building in Kamezawa last week. Ah, yeah, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. Oh no, she did have a troubled home life. So she'd been troubled for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem. I mean, yeah, if I was mistreating my child, I don't think I'd be telling a cop that I was mistreating my child. They said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then. That's a lot of thens. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death? We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right, let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow too. Okay, lots of things to do tomorrow if we live that long. And what was the other case he was working? This one is also related to a Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But... we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl also had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her, too. Ah, yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive, after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. And that's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing. Yeah, I'm sure they'd prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Watch it, I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me. You ought to act like you respect me at least. Oh, I thought I was. You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. It's probably just me, actually. Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So anyways, boss. Were you even listening? We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling, and we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Cool. Is that just my schedule for tomorrow? Oh, it's the notes. Body found, estimated time of death, 11 a.m. Oh, cause of death, acute heart failure. Oh, no, it was a heart attack, but he's 27. Signs of a struggle were found at the scene. Efforts to locate witnesses underway. Body discovered by groundskeeper. Investigating fiance, 2 female students. Yes. Okay. But the cause of death. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. Why did the summary say? From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that, it certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If we can find out who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only thing Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging, though there probably aren't many people who'd think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. I mean, signs of a struggle doesn't mean that he lost the fight, right? Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago, outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? I mean, probably someone called him, right? It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason, and since it seems like someone else was here with him, could they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met here to discuss something in secret. And then they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. Then you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him? Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the First Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Ah, yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but... Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, it's a dream come true. Happy as I am to hear that. Well, how should I put it? What is it? If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that. It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. I mean, you're the one who's keeping him here to begin with. Yeah, I get it. I shouldn't have gone for fake deep voice. It's really bad for my throat. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh, really? Funny, I've been wowed by you, too. Oh, that's it? On the topic of family, that was not the topic. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell is wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden? It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it. That's none of your business. I mean, he's the depressed cop stereotype. I'm sure his wife died tragically years ago in a case he never managed to solve. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though. How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago. Oh no, he just had a bad divorce. Huh? So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me. No, right, that makes more sense. It's not she died tragically. It's a cop is never home, so they don't make for great partners. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up on a guy like you. Is he hitting on him? I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late, only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all. How sad, especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ariel. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of that job. There aren't many who can really understand it, not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. Wait, you have a daughter, boss? You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense. Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? No! Jeez, you don't know when to quit, do ya? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own though, huh? You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not. I don't think. Come on now, we both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nijima murder. Wow. You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him at all. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right, we didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have stuck there? We may have stuck Fumichika Nijima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. What was up with the camera? So, all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss? What are you talking about? This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. but don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe... Cut it out. Nothing good can come out of getting involved with that rite of whatever or that record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy, it's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? Oh, that's it. I can think now. I've got to... No. I knew this would be yes, but we've covered all the things we can talk about. I've checked my surroundings. I've checked the pond. Huh? Is there anything in the sky that I'm supposed to be noticing? No, doesn't quite look like it. Oh, the scene of the crime! This is where the victim was found. It's... well, it's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. Once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Oh god, what is that? Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile again. Do not be fooled. Something's the true lie. It is no rumor. Believe me. See the truth. Damn it, it was that case all along. Boss? What is it? Is there something over there? Ah! Such deep sorrow, a resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Those who deceive with falsehoods and untruth are hung up forever in eternal darkness. Kill them. Those who spread lies, kill them all. Quiet the power of the cursed stone, the evergreen beech. What? That was the really weird one where everyone's like, oh, there's this really impressive tree that never loses its leaves, but it's just an evergreen tree, so there's no point in why it would be exciting. I can now use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. That is so useful as a police officer, not to actually kill people, just to immediately know if someone's lying, right? Because it would let you know. Or would you need to understand that? Okay, evergreen beech, exactly, it's a beautiful beech. It was impressive. No one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree, and people were like, wow, it's an eternally green tree. This particular species of tree was actually an evergreen, so the lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. He deceived us with his so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his forced dark arts swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped from the previous night, but oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting Netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales, and the people who thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it, as the mansion's owner was not at home, another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless. What? Wait, but he was the one who lied? Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Also, people who want the rite of resurrection get these curse echoes, so I'm not sure what's up with Tsutsumi. We know this part. Kill them all. Can you hear it, curse bearer, you who strongly desires the right? Kill them. Wait, he could have killed me that one time. Like I lied to the cops in the park a bunch of times and he just let me go. That's very nice. Boss? Boss! Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry, I'm fine. Idio. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No, we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Okay. We're going to the high school. We're hunting for curse bearers. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The right of resurrection really exists. And to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach. That's told in this area. Is that right? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth. His usual silly self? I'm never silly. The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that. It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close. Are you just being a sore loser, not used to admitting when you're wrong? Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen. You don't have to keep saying it, I'm listening. We don't have time to waste, we'll talk as we walk. Hey, wait for me, boss! What's up with the soundtrack? Oh, we're gonna walk past all the spots, I guess. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility. It's the truth, not like I can prove it, though. Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him. He's a secret magic cop! Yes! Amazing. He's not stupid, but he sure can be slow sometimes. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some point. Is there anyone? No? Okay. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone. Right, you can trust me not to. But no, I just can't believe it. I'd heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the Security Bureau. I can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yes! Magic cops! Woo! Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there. No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. Are you serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we'd need a special department to protect citizens from them. You seem a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined because of me. Come on, boss, do you only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing. Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural. Ooh, fun. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit, Paranormal Affairs Bureau, it is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts. That's amazing. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country who assist with their cases, including Mio. Mio's a cop! Mio Kurosuzu. The Bureau undertakes investigations into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kuiru Nakagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Mio Kurosuzu's mentor since discovering her. Kuiru is an elusive figure, very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has oft been the target of curses, though some theorize that it is in fact because Kuiru is not actually of flesh and blood at all. His seat in his office is usually occupied by a Nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nue resembles an ordinary white's thrush and acts as Kuiru's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under the investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Lovely. I'm not gonna look at his profile, I think. Nope. That is the same as it was before. So, do you have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted? Nope, never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. 1 beer and I'm down for the count. They need to explain that to me at some point. Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like, how much liquor they can handle? Nope, that's just me. I thought it'd help get the point across. Is he Yoko's father? He can't be. Fukunaga? No, the names are completely different. Oh, huh. Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you. No, it's not your fault, boss. At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on. What? So there's no hope for me? No, say it isn't so. Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training. Yikes, that seems like it'd be in violation of Article 69 of the Labor Standards Act. Wow, you really know the law. No comment. Even the occult field has workers' rights issues, huh? I like how disgusted he looked at that. So, what do we do now? We've got this rite of resurrection and the curse echoes of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. The curse is being spread out around the city is, a bit of an emergency. It's that bad? I'll put it this way, it's like handing out guns all over town. Geez, that's real bad. It is, so we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for Paranormal Affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. That's a great pose to be holding. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience. Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned means... Yup, you're gonna help me, partner. Alright, let's do this. You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working a case you know nothing about. You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss. You really are something. It might actually be nice having you around. Why, thank you. So, what exactly do we do? If these curses are connected to the 7 mysteries, then the people who have the others should all be here in town. Right, if there's 7 of them, that means there are six more out there. Oh, don't worry, it's 9. And we have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the curse stones. But, boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a curse bearer? Pretty much. We can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now? Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave. That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are. But it's possible that the other curse bearers with other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious. That means someone who may have the power of a curse? Understood, in that case. How about the guy watching us from... Yeah, why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us this whole time? What do you know? There is someone there. Good luck. Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police. Is he gonna ask? Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few things, Mr. Yutaro Namigaki. That's your name, correct? Yes, I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective. Did something happen? Oh, right. Lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying. What? Way to just casually drop that. Where is his friend? He's usually with a woman, right? Why can I not turn around? So, what to make of this guy? Nothing, apparently. The man identifies himself as Yutaro Namigaki, a 21-year-old college student. He was watching us so calmly. We need to be careful with this guy. Oh yeah, should I already turn voice volume down? Is that still down? Did it reset the option? Voice volume is already at 0. Actually, I'm going to turn that back up just in case. I'm assuming they're not going to have us die twice, but there's an achievement every time I die. So at that point... Thank you. If this were a normal case, I'd be fine letting him take the reins, but curses are involved here, I should take over. Wait, I thought I was telling him to question him. Boss, let's talk to this guy. Fair enough. So, what is it you were doing here? Ah, it must be the incident at the former Yasuda Gardens, the dead policeman? I can't imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise. Huh? Say, Mr. Detective, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Beach? How about you answer my question first? What were you doing here? I was answering your question. I came here to look for the Evergreen Beach from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it. Nope, sorry. Really? How strange. Detectives, you have the curse stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? How did you know? Why? How easy is he to trick? Idiot, you idiot! Well, that was much easier than expected. Oh crap, sorry. It was simple inference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens. If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself. I have no intentions of hiding anything. I planned to tell you from the start. Look. This is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion? And that's right, but are you sure about this? I'm not so rash I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer, not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detectives? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equal. Wait, what part of that was a lie? Wait. What did he just say? I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer, not without talking to them first, but that's been true so far. You have to say that's a question. You wouldn't, and that assumption might not. Let's speak as equals, shall we? Boss? Sure, we'd rather resolve this amicably too. He really is a curse bearer. He may only be talking with us to try and activate his curse. I'll have to be wary of anything he asks me to do. I could tackle him and pin him to the ground, but that might have something to do with his curse. Any slip of the tongue could get us killed. I have to try and discern what activates his curse. So what do? I mean, I could have killed him. That would have been kind of funny. But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone, the Evergreen Beach, just like you thought. What? Whoa, boss, why would you tell him? As far as the curse works. Boss, are you having another senior moment if you tell him that? It hangs to the death. Wait, no. It hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. So if you try to lie to me, then the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell. Understand? Oh, really? That's super useful. I see. Understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective. I know, right? Now then, let's talk. Damn, it seems I've lost the upper hand. No point for petty tricks, then, I'll be honest with you. Okay, I really want to die to him, and then we'll kill him next. So far, so good. Why am I lying? There's someone I want to bring back, so I'd like your assistance in collecting soul dregs. Wait, but is everything he ever says a lie? Can't help you. Please, all you'd have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are. That can't be a misdirection. What is going on? Sorry, but as a police officer, I can't just look the other way and let you go. Please, if you help me, I'll let you two go as well. Charming. Is that a threat? No. Can you stop lying for a second? It's your final warning. No, I want to die. It's okay. There we go. My curse, the Foot Washing Mansion. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? It didn't matter to me which one of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dregs anyway. Wait, Namigaki. The Foot Washing Mansion is a powerful curse and so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There's no escape from the voice of my feet. Edio, get out of here. Hurry, I'll find you later. What? Oh, okay. Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echo. The voice of his curse echo? God, this voice is... Okay. That was fun. I'm wondering if the game is going to call me out for the fact that I had to change an option to let me get killed here. Yes, Foot Washing Tsutsumi. Less than favorable result. This is mere conjecture on my part, but I believe you may be aware of a way to escape his curse. Fear not, you may make... Okay. Fine. I mean, we can kill him. Oh, sorry. Do I not get to kill him? Am I gonna be a good person this time around? There we go. Fly. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? I'm also curious whether it's so simple to activate. I mean, can I just kill him? That would be way more fun. Hideo, get out of here, hurry, I'll find you later. What? Okay. Too late, hear the voice of my curse echo. The voice of his curse echo? What? Why isn't my curse echo working? Impossible. This has never happened. How many people has he killed? What's happening? I don't hear anything. Edio, now grab him. I didn't get to kill him. Right. But I cursed him. Namigaki, get down. Ah, damn it. Boss, here. His curse stone. Good work. Give it to me. Oh, we have 2 curses at our disposal now? I mean, I'm assuming the cop is gonna be the good ending and we're gonna just collect the stones. Damn it, why? What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up? I haven't even touched you. You can't consider that assault of a police officer. Let him go. All we need is the stone. Ugh, how could this happen? My right of resurrection. Give it up. The right was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Now get out of here. Damn it. Where is the woman? Ooh, that was a close one, huh, boss? We'd probably be dead if he'd activated his curse. Yeah, I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from... Ugh. Boss, are you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt? Yeah, the curse from this one is flowing into me too. Oh no. I saw what activates the curse of the foot-washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. Ah, I see. I always thought this one was one of the stranger of the 7 mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something. Tell me, what did you see? Let's save that for later. No, update my information right now. All you need to know for now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly. Whew. Yes. She was an accomplished onmyoji. Alas, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed, as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up but recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone, please, quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible. And so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. Interesting. So she wasn't just one big foot. But that's all the residents remembered later on. Well, that makes 1 stone. Where do we go now? We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out. You mean we have to do that all over again? I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but... people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems that the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill. Oh, so he's gonna get worse. We're gonna make him worse. Really? Then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they loved me in Paranormal Affairs. So you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Okay, I couldn't have cursed him. Who are we gonna get here? Minori Park. Oh, we're gonna figure out... No, we're gonna run into Shogo, right? Before he died. Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. Never mind, that's the creepy professor guy. What? Are you with the police? I haven't done anything. Don't worry, this isn't an interrogation or anything, we just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? We know who you are, so this won't take long. But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple questions. Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. Hideki Araishi, he says he's a local historian, but supposedly he knows a lot more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact he's here at this time of night, it's plenty possible that he's a curse bearer. And that it is. Questioning people like this can put unnecessary stress on them depending on their position. This guy is pretty sharp, I'll have to play it safe and only push him when I see an opening. Okay. From appearances, it's hard to imagine this small, bookish, well-spoken man being very dangerous. But in this day and age, you never know. I should be careful. What were you doing? No, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps. And that's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book? The Book of Dates. Or the Scroll of Dates. It's obvious you don't know a thing. It's the Record of Fates. How rude. Yeah, that's it. Sorry about that. I should have done my research. But it's true that you found some kind of ritual in that book, right? What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rite of resurrection too? To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You just come crawling out the woodwork when something interesting comes up. Looks like I hit a nerve. If you think you can force me to tell you because you're policeman, you're sorely mistaken. I can force you to tell me everything. Was the research you were doing just now also related to the rite of resurrection? Oh, well, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. It's just the hallmark of a bad researcher. If you can't explain your research, what good are you to anyone? Oh no, okay. You need to prove that we could understand. Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet, pitiful. Huh? So you don't believe in the rite? Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. Or so I thought. Things changed, and it's become necessary for me to pursue the rite. Who died? So now I pray that it is real. What changed? I'm sure you can imagine the funds for... Now he's not doing it because he loves someone, he just ran out of funding. I'm sure you can imagine the funds for my research. I receive a large amount of funding for seeking the right of No. And if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again. That's not how research funding works. Oh, then that means someone is sponsoring your research, is that right? So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. No, trust me, buddy, I know. It's okay. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try and get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. I mean, I think the sensible ones among them are getting money so they can, you know, live and not do research anymore. If you've branched out to pop science, I don't think they're doing it for the research funds. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money. What? But I bought your book! Aww, poor baby. The pursuit of the unknown begins first and foremost with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. No way, I can't believe it. You're surprisingly innocent. Tell me more about your research. Then what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation. That sounds pretty cool. What does that mean? Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. This is not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail, or when something's left out or abridged because of the story's length, or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition. And when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other. Oh, I see. Take the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone hundreds of years. So why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest? I admit I am curious. So that's why you've been researching... No, that's what you've been researching all this time. Makes sense. As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the right exists or not. If people in the Edo period believed that what was written in the Record of Fates was real, that's all I'm interested in. That's not all about his research yet, my bad. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks. Someone's funding the occult research, though? This Record of Fates, where did you get your hands on it? The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. Oh, he's not lying to me, though. That's pretty nice. Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess as to what it is you were looking for. Curse stones? What? Damn it, if you know about that, then... Calm down, no need to get so defensive. I'm not sure what activated his curse actually, so... Let's show him. I mean, we have the really strong one too. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice, friendly chat? Why am I not showing him the feat? A curse stone! You are a curse bearer! Belief. It is the Evergreen Beach, then. Yep. Will you show me yours? This is mine, the ever-burning lantern. Oh, that's why she was in the dark and also burning. Interesting. I wonder. Let's just be candid. Surely he's not that scared of me. I'll tell you this for free. The Evergreen Beach comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors, but the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him. Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the Evergreen Beach. The memories of the 7 mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all. Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me. What? But... So don't try and lie to me. I'll know. You would curse a citizen, and you call yourself an officer of the law. That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to. What is it you want? The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours. Excuse me? But my right... First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you? Is this after he's killed the high schooler? Can I just kill him? Do I get to kill him? No, of course I haven't, I swear. I see. Good. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead. Damn you, I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime? The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offences Act. Or you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested. Fine, you can have the stone. Here. What? That was so easy. He really was just in it for the research. Why did he kill Yuko then? Yeah, what happened? When Honjo was filled with samurai residences, the spies of the shogunate lived amongst the townspeople to keep an eye on things. The soba cart on South Warigesei Street served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight at 4 a.m. meant that someone would be having the last soba of their life, and that their belly would be sliced open the next night. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honor. But the deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge he would never forget. Nearby, he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the 6th bell rang, the man cuts his own stomach open. Since then, the lantern could be seen alight before the soba cart had opened, and would flicker out suddenly even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumors surrounding it grew, and soon all were convinced that it was the man who cut open his stomach visiting from beyond. Yeah, I guess. Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. I mean, to be fair, like, if you're a researcher, you can just give him the stone, and you know he's going to be collecting all the stones, and then you can just interview him. If you're gonna... I mean, you can't really cite that as a source, but also you couldn't have cited you yourself using a curse, I guess, as a source. I'm not quite sure what he was going for. Oh, right. Would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say? In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the Record of Fates. Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the curse stones. There we go. That wasn't so hard. And now the high school girl is going to be safe. But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him. I wonder, the mysteries and the rite are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat the curses. Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time and really make them spit it out. And by we, I mean you. I'm guessing he wants to save his curse. He wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything, no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be. Right, got it. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though. Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town. We have to find them fast, or they may start using the curses. No, I think we're already too late. Huh? I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namigaki's curse stone. Really? Then he already killed someone with it? It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, I mean, also the guy lied to me when he said he'd not used it before, right? That's what the curse being able to be triggered meant. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search. Right, on to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but boss? Good to know we can use the Minor Offences Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namigaki? If we could do that, then there'd be no need for paranormal affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest? Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. So he lied? Okay. Ooh, okay, and this one's only gonna unlock after we've fixed this, which is now gonna work because... I'm kind of curious. We can successfully escape first. Gonna do that, and then we're gonna call it for the night. Gonna resume, and we're gonna wait outside. And this time the scary man is just not going to appear because, you know, he doesn't have a curse stone anymore. I think we did that in time, right? Mio's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Not sight. Huh? There's somebody coming down the road. I swear to God if it's Araishi. Okay, good. That's... Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Wait, he's the one who discovered the rite of resurrection. It wouldn't be strange for him to be involved with the curses. I wonder if he has a curse stone. What do I do? But it's way past the 10 minutes. Mio said she'd be here by. I managed to escape. I can't let that go to waste. I need to get out of here before anyone sees me. And it just works. Lovely. Because he has no reason to go after me in that case. And Mio's probably dead. Oh well. Ah, I'm home. Thank goodness. I don't think the walk has ever felt so long. Nobody will be able to use their curse once it's light outside. I need to go look for Mio as soon as it's morning. But for now, I need some rest. Is that where it ends? What a way to end that one. Yako's friendship complete the Yako branch of chapter 1. Oh, there's... Okay, this is the first chapter. It's gonna be multiple nights then. Oh yeah, I can see that there is daytime stuff. And the next police incident is probably gonna be during the day, right? But then how does this one continue? Guess we'll get there when we get there. Right, and I don't even need to save. Okay. This has been a lot less jump scary than I was expecting, which is great for me. Like, I got scared twice, and both on the high school girl route, because that is the scary one. And the police officer's just doing really well for himself, and the housewife's just kind of depressed. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. I'll probably actually be streaming tomorrow, right? It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. I have nothing to do on Valentine's Day, and I have the Steins Gate dating sim lying around, so I will be spending my Valentine's Day with Makise Kurisu, which is probably the ideal outcome, and probably back to Paranormasight on Saturday, so if you want to hear more spooky stories, feel free to come back then. But for now, that's it, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye!